How important is this campaign? This campaign is huge. If you don't use a marketing campaign, it's like running right into a brick wall. I do everything I can not to do a sales presentation cold. And here's why. There's 4 steps to the buying cycle. So what is a campaign? A campaign is a multi-step contact. A multi-step contact to a target market to get them to the presentation. Okay? And so there's many things that are very important that happen in this campaign. Number 1, what's the byproduct of multiple contacts? Well, or before I go into that, let's go into the 4-step process of how we buy. Number 1 is we buy in a 4-step process psychologically. 4 steps process: needs analysis, presentation, obstacles, close. Now with the attorney, the close means referral, okay? That's how we buy everything. Some of it happens real fast. You're at the counter, there's a candy bar there. You'll still go through that 4-step cycle: need, presentation, obstacles, and close. You'll still go through it. You'll just go through it real fast. What's the largest time frame of a purchase cycle for the average human being? A house. You'll still go through these exact 4-step cycles. The average time to buy a house is 9 months. But you'll still go through these exact 4 cycles. Okay? So if we buy psychologically in these 4 steps, what's going to happen to you if you try to not use these 4 steps or not do the 4 steps in order? What's going to happen to your defenses and resistance of your target market? Go up or down? Up. Confidence and trust? Down. And that's why you never want to just jump into a target market and do a sales presentation. So the first thing, the marketing campaign, is it's a multiple step process that follows the psychology of a sales cycle. So what's the sales cycle? What's the 4-step process of a sales cycle? Number 1, needs analysis. Now we talked about that. We talked about what's called pleasure, logic, fear, and we talked about what's called a primary versus secondary fear, primary versus secondary pleasure, right? Policy limit award, low ball offer. We talked about the importance, all right? So when we talk about needs, the need has nothing to do with you as a chiropractor and what you do. It has to do with your target market's primary, secondary, or tertiary needs, pleasure, or pain. Okay? So that's real important that when you cover needs, it's not about you and what you're thinking and what you want to do. So the first thing I want to do is I want to establish need. Then the presentation helps to address the need. And then you deal with obstacles that helps minimize problems. That's when people are ready to buy. Now, what did we tell you the core of the purchase cycle was? What did we say the formula for the core of a purchase was? After a target market, it's what? Perceived need relative to obstacles divided by trust. Now that's a generic one. But for the personal injury attorney, it's what? Perceived need relative to what? The obstacles are the myths. Relative to what? Service factors. That's the core of the formula for the personal injury attorney. Okay? So that is why this is so important. And it's violated all the time. Even when I teach it, chiropractors will still violate this. They don't understand the value of multiple contacts and a sales cycle. And there's tremendous value in multiple contacts with the right message, with the right message, okay?